So what is Kinteract? Kinteract is a collaborative digital portfolio of work and achievements. So you might ask, what does that actually mean? So what we've done here, we've decided to take a slightly different approach to some of our competitors and what we see within the edtech space. And that is to create a modern appropriation of what it means to be a digital portfolio. And as you can see there, that's a feed of a typical student, and it's designed in the way that you would probably use, say, LinkedIn or something similar. You can see posts that will be created by both teachers, students, and parents, and you will see the scenario there that you have mapping of milestones, achievements, and competencies, both academic and extracurricular. So therefore, by doing that, what is the end output? You need to improve your keynote thing. Therefore, this is our CTO Alex, who's in the crowd here today, and he said what Kinteract gives you is an open toolkit. And what we've done here is that we've made the app agnostic to process. So regardless of what school you are, where you are, and where you are in the world, Kinteract works for you. Typically, you see within the space apps that are linked to age, stage, curriculum. Within Kinteract, you come along and you choose whichever curriculum or curricula you are using. So as an example, we will integrate with the previous person who spoke. At now, for example, we have a school comes along, they can run the British curriculum, they can run the International Baccalaureate, they can run multiple curricula simultaneously. For example, we have a contract with GEMS Education, who are the kind of backers of the Vaki Foundation, and they've created their own global moral education and global citizenship curriculum, and it's mapped within Kinteract, and you can run those curricula simultaneously, as well as, for example, being here in the UA teacher standards, and it was also referenced where, as a licensing point of view, Kinteract is also used as a as a professional development portfolio. So essentially, what we've done here is we've created something that is agnostic to those things, and therefore, from a language point of view, your input language can be whatever, and also your rubrics and your assessment can be in Arabic, Swahili, whichever language you want to determine. And the best thing about what we've done is we've created an app that is cost agnostic as well. We have examples of some of the most premium schools in the Emirates using our app, as well as low-cost schools in India and Uganda as two examples. So in terms of who are our beneficiaries, we have 4 beneficiaries, which you're all very familiar with: teachers, students, parents, and leaders. And what we achieve with teachers, and working closely with them over the last 2 years or so, is how do we get the productivity gain? Data is only as good as how well it's captured, and then how you synthesize from the data and how you learn from the data. For teachers, we're enhancing their productivity by only giving them 3 workflows. And we've created an app where all you have is 3 workflows, and as a teacher, you can do your data in that sense. It means you know your students better. If you know your students better, you have the data in one place and you can benefit from it. From a parental point of view, it's real-time engagement, so that parents are not just consumers of information, they are also contributors to the learning journey. And from a leadership point of view, whether it's large data, big data, small data, we're helping organizations become data-driven through analytics and reporting. So in terms of what problem we're solving, what skills and competencies are needed in 21st century innovation-driven economies? Here's an example of something that the World Economic Forum produced last year. And in terms of these are the 16 skills students need to survive in the 21st century. And what Kinteract essentially does is it brings all of these things as an institution. I want to use this curriculum, I want to use these competencies, I want to use these products, for example, a particular maths product, a particular language product, whatever it might be. What Kinteract does, it brings all of that into one place. It aggregates that, it gives structure to the data, therefore it gives meaning to that data, and it brings order to proceedings. Next slide. Okay. And what we're doing here is we're harnessing, so next time we'll do it on PowerPoint, not Keynote. And what we're doing here is, what does it actually mean? How do you use Kinteract? And as an example, teacher posts some work, student does something, parents reply. The reply is just like as if they're using Instagram or something like that. It's very quick, it's very dynamic, and it allows teachers to assess as a platform with 30 seconds. The most important thing is, what is the educational impact of what we're doing? We all know that engagement is extremely important. The greater the engagement, the more powerful the impact, as well as fast feedback. With Kinteract, the feedback loops are extremely quick. And what we also do within the platform is we're connecting global classrooms. We have examples of students in one place connecting with other schools, and then the last bit I want to cover is we believe we're democratizing education. As users are learning Kinteract, we're learning from these inputs using algorithms, data, and we are analysing this from an individual point of view to give hyper-personalised pathways, as well as the fact that if you're a school over there in some part of the world, you benefit from the input of others. And so we're addressing the education, equity and employment agenda that the GESF has.